Ricky Gervais, empath, narcissist, or something else? Hello, I'm H.G. Tudor. It's time once again to roll out the Tudorscope. This is when I take a prominent individual, famous or infamous, and scrutinize what they are as against the baseline assessment of, is this person a narcissist? Are they an empath? Are they a normal? Are they narcissistic? Are there some other factors that we should take into account that regulates their behavior? The purpose of the Tudorscope is to help people understand the considerations that are required when making a determination. It is to look at evidence which is taken from a broad range of backgrounds: newspaper articles, interviews, autobiographies, videos, commentary from other individuals. This vast array of material is sifted and considered to provide a variance of views about the individual, which is then considered in terms of what does it tell us. Do we see narcissistic indicators? Do we see evidence of emotional empathy? Might it be fake cognitive empathy? Or is it actually genuine emotional empathy, and how do we know? Those of you who are accustomed to the Tudorscope understand that one instance in itself isn't determinative. It is simply an indicator. That the actions seen in isolation could be viewed as that of a narcissist operating with the pursuit of control and drawing fuel, or might be seen as somebody operating under genuine emotional empathy. I regularly explain to people that a normal, a narcissist, a narcissistic person, or an empath can all engage in a similar behavior, but there are differing drivers behind that behavior. And this is fundamental as part of the education of people about personalities, behavior, and the differences between the categorizations. Where an individual is identified as a narcissist, these exercises assist you in understanding what to look for and how to interpret the behaviors. Where there's a determination that the individual is an empath, similarly, it helps you understand how those behaviors are attributed to their empathic status. And where the individual is neither, how it might be that they're normal or narcissistic, and also to consider where there might be other factors and conditions that are applicable to the way that the person behaves. Not only is this instructive in understanding more about narcissists and empaths and other categorizations of people, but it also allows you to understand what that person is. After all, many of these famous people impact upon your life in some way. They might be a leader of your country. They might be a warmongering individual that is going to cause problems to the global economy as a consequence of the bringing of war, and furthermore, death and destruction in their own region. They might be an entertainer that brings much entertainment and joy to people around the globe, but might they have a darker secret behind these bright lights? What motivates and drives these individuals? Are they worthy of the adoration that they receive? Is there a sinister motive for the activities that they engage in, or are they genuine and honest in the way that they act? Understanding more about these famous people is particularly useful, especially where they're found to be narcissists, in allowing people to understand why it is that certain people that impact upon populations as a whole do as they do. Regularly, when I consult with my clients and explain the behaviors not only of the personal narcissist they're involved with, but narcissism as a whole, they often remark that they feel like they've been given a key to understanding much of life, because now so much more makes sense about the behaviors not only of the narcissist that they were currently ensnared with, but other people in their lives, and also more about human nature as a whole. Accordingly, the Tudorscope has many applications, and now we're going to turn it to Ricky Dean Gervais, who, as most of you will be aware, is an English comedian, actor, writer, television producer, and filmmaker. He co-created, co-wrote, and acted in the British television sitcoms The Office, Extras, and Life's Too Short with Stephen Merchant. He also created, wrote, and starred in Derek and Afterlife. Gervais has won 7 BAFTA Awards, 5 British Comedy Awards, 2 Emmy Awards, 4 Golden Globe Awards, and the Rose d'Or twice. In 2003, the Observer newspaper named Gervais one of the 50 funniest performers in British comedy. In 2007, he was placed at number 11 on Channel 4's 100 Greatest Stand-Ups and at number 3 in their 2010 list. In 2010, he was included in the Time 100 list of the world's most influential people. He initially worked in the music industry. He attempted a career as a pop star in the 1980s as the singer of the new wave act Siona Dancing. The band did have success in the Philippines with the song More to Lose. He also managed the then unknown band Suede before turning to comedy. He appeared on the 11 o'clock show on Channel 4 between 1998 and 2000, garnering a reputation as an outspoken and sharp-witted social provocateur. In 2000, he was given a Channel 4 spoof talk show, Meet Ricky Gervais. He achieved greater mainstream fame the following year, with his BBC television mock documentary series, The Office, followed by Extras, in 2005. He also wrote the Flanimals book series. Gervais began his stand-up career in the late 1990s. He has performed 5 multinational stand-up comedy tours. Gervais, Stephen Merchant, and Carl Pilkington created the podcast The Ricky Gervais Show, which has spawned various spin-offs including An Idiot Abroad, starring Pilkington, and produced by Gervais and Merchant. In 2016, he wrote, directed, and starred in the comedy film David Brent, Life on the Road. Gervais has also starred in the Hollywood films For Your Consideration, The Night at the Museum film series trilogy, Ghost Town, and Muppets Most Wanted. He wrote, directed, and starred in the 2009 romantic comedy film The Invention of Lying and the 2016 Netflix-based comedy film Special Correspondence. He hosted the Golden Globe Awards 5 times in 2010, 2011, 2012, 2016, and 2020. A famous individual, prolific, and known for a no-bullshit approach, regularly taking the piss out of people and things. An individual who doesn't brook any victimhood behaviour. Is this an arrogant and dismissive narcissist that exploits the misfortunes of others for laughs? Or is he simply an individual that recognises that the human condition and the world around us is one that is best dealt with by humour? Is he somebody that cares about a small grouping around him but doesn't give a rat's ass for the population or the wider humane aspect of the world? Or is he someone that actually does care, and comedy is his way of demonstrating this? The content of series such as Derek and Afterlife do contain many touching themes. Is this as a consequence of the attuned emotional empathy of Ricky Gervais to enable him to convey such sentiments, running through a range of different emotions, from causing tears of laughter to tears of sadness? Or is this a particularly accomplished narcissist who has learned the way that people behave and has exploited that for his own personal gain? Well, we're going to find out. We're going to look at various aspects of Ricky Gervais' life. His upbringing, his relationships with his family, his romantic relationships, controversies that he's been involved in, his relationships with other performers and creators, the awards that he's received, any philanthropy that he might have become engaged in. We're going to analyse it all to make a determination as to what Ricky Gervais is. Is he an empath? Is he a narcissist? Or might he be something else? I'm H.G. Tudor. Join me in part 2 for more.